I'm Barber Sumter, and I'm here to present the group members of our team Iron Spur, which consists of 5 members: Gazy, Chase, Jack, Rondasha, and myself, Barbanus. And we came together to build the app GigSync. And here is a brief description of our app. So we made an event planning app for musicians, bands, and DJs. The users for this app can book gigs, manage tour dates, or collaborate with venues and clients. Our app, GigSync, is your all-in-one event planning app built specifically for musicians, bands, and DJs. Whether you're booking gigs, managing tour dates, or collaborating with venues and clients, GigSync keeps your schedule, set list, and team communication in perfect harmony. And we use technologies like JavaScript, MongoDB, React, and Node.js.
Hi, this is Gazi from Team Iron Spur, and today I'll be doing a demo of our app, GigSync. GigSync is a central place for artists to find gigs posted by venues in real time. Let's take a quick look at the profile page. In the profile page, we see this artist by the name of Jackson River. Jackson is an aspiring artist who's having difficulties finding gigs. This is due to gigs being sometimes posted privately, which as a result, Jackson ends up missing the deadline for. Jackson's primary genre is acoustic and he plays the guitar. Now let's go back to our dashboard. At the top of our dashboard, we can see gigs suggested for Jackson based on his preferred genre, which is acoustic. So let's click on this middle gig. So as we can see, we can see like this is all the information of for the gig provided by the venue. General information like the pay, the date, time, and additionally, we can see some instructions posted by the venue for any potential artists applying for this gig. So we can click View Venue Profile to have a better look at this. So after taking a look at this, we can also get directions if we wanted to and contact the venue. So looking at this, this would be a good gig for Jackson to apply to. So let's go back to gigs and let's apply now. So after applying to this gig, let's look at the venue's point of view, where we can see this notification pop up after Jackson applies for this gig. So let's look at the applicant review page. In the applicant review page, we can see every artist who's applied for gigs like at this venue. So so the venue can look at Jackson's profile and see his information and see and then determine whether he's a good candidate for this gig. So after look at this, the venue determines that he is a good candidate, so they accept his application. So after accepting, we can go back to the artist's perspective and go to My Gigs, and we can see that the gig was accepted and it shows up as confirmed pay. The My Gigs page also shows like average pay per gig and potential pay per gig if like the venue after the venue accepts it. So let's go back to the dashboard and let's use a filter to find another gig for Jackson as sooner date. So let's go time frame and look for a gig in the next 30 days. So after doing this, we can see this one gig that interests Jackson. So let's click on it and we can also see the details for this gig and look at like the first detailed page of it as well. And yes, so like let's apply for this gig. So this gig also shows up in my gigs, but it's still pending, so it doesn't show up in the average per gig or the potential pay. And we can also use the filters like simple filters for this for my gigs as well, like by date, sort by pay. And then lastly, for our artists, we can go to the calendar and see if it's like the gig that was accepted by the venue is posted on the calendar. And as we can see, yes, it's right here. And if we wanted to, we can also download all of this information as like a Excel file and view it if if you want if Jackson wanted the income report or something. Yeah, so you can see the pay venue in like organized manner. And lastly, I wanted to show for the venue we can like how the venue could post a gig. Like let's say like the venue wanted to post another gig, they can just say let's say night jazz, and then they want like a genre jazz, and start time 9, 10, pay 500, and let's just pick a random date for this, and then yeah, see like night jazz. So like this is another gig posted by this same venue, and then if Jackson goes back to his dashboard, he can also see this same gig being posted at the like in real time. So if you wanted to, he could apply for this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for your time.
Hi, my name is Chase McCracken. Today I'll show you the real problem that GitSync solves. Miscommunication about gig details, wrong time addresses, and wrong ticket prices. Cause we're going to show even before it starts. Some real example that we are solving is say a band books a Saturday night gig. The venue sends a contract for 10 p.m. at 123 Easy Street and with a $10 cover. And the band's guitarist posts a social media a free show at 10 a.m. at 123 Main Street. Now we have some confusion with fans, some an angry venue, and a band that looks unprofessional. With this problem that can happen to any band every given week. So how do musicians share info today? Some two main ways is mostly social media. Bands will post details on Instagram, Facebook, whatever is big at the time. But these posts can be edited, deleted, screenshotted before the corrections are made. One wrong comment from a fan could spawn false information across the entire fan base instantly. Second is old fashioned flyers. They can print 50 flyers and put them around town with the date, time, and address. But if anything changed, whether it cancels the show or the venue room changes, those flyers are useless. You can't call back every person that saw the flyer. Both methods fail. The audience shows up the wrong time, place, or with the wrong expectation. So the pain points add up. A loss of money with low out term, a loss of time answering "Where are you?" text all night, and a loss of reputation when venues decide that you're hard to work with, and the lost trust from your fans who showed up to a locked door. Musicians need one reliable source for the truth of every gig detail, and that's where we come in with GigSync. That's a simple goal for one source of truth for gig information. When a venue confirms 10 p.m. at 123 Easy Street for $10, the exact information goes to every fan who follows the band. No typos, no outdated flyers, no social media guesswork. Musicians stop firefighting miscommunication and start focusing on their performance, which is most important.
Hi, my name is Jack Lucania, and I'm going to walk through our tech stack. Starting with the front end, we're using React Invite. This allows us to create a fast, responsive interface where our users can easily browse gigs, manage bookings, and interact with the platform in real time and without delays. For the back end, we rely on Firebase authentication and Firestore. We needed to securely manage user accounts for both artists and clients, as well as keep all gig data and bookings synced in real time. Firebase and Firestore also makes it easy to handle features like email notifications, updates, and communication between users. For deployment, we use Firebase hosting. This is important because it gives us a simple and reliable way to launch GigSync, ensuring fast load times and a smooth user experience for users no matter where they are. Overall, this tech stack works well for GigSync because it minimizes complexity and lets us focus on user interaction, where we can streamline the experience of performers and venue owners.
Hi, this is Rondisha Bonds, and I'm a part of the Team Iron Spur. And GigSync is making it easier than ever to discover, manage, and stay connected to live events in real time. Whether you are a student or an admin, everything you need is in one place. Thank you for watching and tuning in to our app. We're excited to keep building and improving GigSync. We went over our demo, our tech stack, and our use cases. And GigSync is a great app.